if you don't know anything about Cleveland, before the NFL merger and the AFL and the NFL merged, Cleveland was probably one of the most dominant football teams in the 60s. And they've won championships. They just haven't won Super Bowls. But Paul Warfield was a big part of the offense and probably made Bob Greasy a lot better. We also had Mercury Morris. He's another running back. I know you recognize his name. Rushed for 400 yards. So overall, the team's rushing for over 2,000 yards and rushing for 14 touchdowns. It's an unbelievable rushing year, even in today's game. Just a fascinating running scheme that Don Shula brought. Receiving-wise, Paul Warfield led the team with 700 yards receiving. Some of the other players, Jim Kick has almost 500 yards receiving. So this guy was good. And I don't know much about his career because I didn't hear his name until I started doing these History Channel things. But he died in 2020 during the pandemic. That's really sad that I just came across. In Wilton Manors, which is like right down the street from where I lived before I moved to LA. Wow, that's really sad. And he was really young at 73. He was born in 46, lived in Jersey. He was a 5th-round pick, and most of his career, he played for Miami from 1968, and he made the Pro Bowl 2 years, and he played all the way for the Dolphins through the 74 season. And then he went to Denver in 76. In 77, he played for Denver and Washington. He ended his career with only 3,700 yards rushing, 30 touchdowns. But he was such a big part of the offense when he was in Miami. And he did well, and maybe that's my bad from not really knowing much about him, but now that I look at it, I feel like I have heard his name, and I should have known more. But I've heard more about Larry Zonka and Mercury Morris. Mercury Morris, if we learn about him that year, this is his second year. We drafted him in 69. So, okay. And, you start to hear his name a lot later with some of that undefeated season. But right now, he's our 3rd-string running back. But he's doing good. Obviously, this team is all about running.